For today's cook, I'm taking these two beautiful tomahawk steaks and transforming them into the most incredible steak you've ever seen in your life. Making something like this is an experience that your family members will never forget, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's do it. And these are the star of the show. It is a 1.5-inch wagyu tomahawk steak. This is a marbling score 3 and the intramuscular fat is just something incredible. First thing we need to do is cook them up. And I started by seasoning them with salt, freshly ground black pepper, and garlic powder. Since this is a big piece of meat, it is important to season it well. Be sure to do both sides. To make sure your steak is seasoned all the way through, it is best to leave it brining at least for 2 hours. But now it's time to cook them. I will be cooking them until I reach an internal temperature of 120 degrees Fahrenheit, which is rare. And to make sure I keep them rare, I'll be using my wireless thermometer. But now I say it is enough talking and it is time to grill this beautiful steak. So let's do it. This is what you're looking for. It is rare and exactly what we need for it. The next step is to chop them up and get them ready. When doing so, you want to avoid connective tissue and also any unwanted fat. Remember, this is a wagyu steak. There's already enough intramuscular fat. So big chunks of fat will be unpleasant when you're taking that amazing bite. And here we have the bone. The bone will do two things: give a nice presentation, and second, because the bone is standing upright, the bone marrow will float into the heaven's tomahawk. Once I cleaned up the bone completely, this is what it looks like. And here's our filling. We start off with our steak. This is catupiry. It is a special type of cheese that we have in Brazil. And if you're not able to find it in your grocery store, you're able to find it online. Since catupiry is kind of thick, I'm also using a spread cheese. And Mexican crema is perfect for it. Remember, exact amount and ingredients always in the description down below. Then I threw in a little bit of chives, season it well with salt, freshly ground black pepper, mix it well, and my filling was done. To start the assembly, I first rolled up some saran wrap. Then I added half of my filling. Got my bone, put it in the middle, and started wrapping it. I'm looking for the classic coxinha look. And all you have to do is mold it with your hand. You can even make a ball out of it, it is up to you. But this is the classic look we use in Brazil. After shaping it, I decided to tie it with butcher's twine. And once I was done, this is what they look like. Because this thing is so big, if I leave it like this, it will be too flat on the bottom. And that's not what I want. I want it to have a nice round shape. But luckily I was able to find the perfect bow for it. This will give a nice shape and keep it standing upright as I'm putting it on the freezer to firm up. I'll be leaving it in the freezer for 1.5 hours to make sure that they stay nice and firm. And now it's time to get into our dough. Remember, exact amount and ingredients always in the description down below. I started by adding beef broth, followed by a whole stick of butter and creme de leite. Remember, everything will be down in the description for you to follow. Under medium-high heat, combine all the ingredients together. Then season it well with salt and freshly ground black pepper. Now to one of the most crucial parts, adding your flour. There is no exact amount of flour. You gotta add it until you have a nice consistency. Your dough should not be sticking to the pan, and it should also not be dry. Remember to add little by little because you can always add but you can never take it out. As you're adding flour, it is important to keep everything under low heat. Now all there's left to do is mix it well until you have no more lumps together and you get the consistency you're looking for. Once your dough has reached this consistency, throw in 2 egg yolks, mix it well, and your dough is done. You should be left with a nice smooth dough. Now all there's left to do is put it together, and I started off with some saran wrap. Throw in my dough and flatten it all out. Took out my tomahawk out of the freezer and it was nice and firm. Now it's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is the same process you did previously, which is combine everything together into that wonderful shape we're looking for. As I was closing it, I had quite a bit of excess on the edges, so I decided to remove them. If not, you're just going to be taking a big bite of the dough. But now all you have to do is close it all up and tie it together. And in the end, I was left with two beautifully shaped Heaven's Tomahawk. To ensure that they'll stay together and not fall apart on me, I decided to freeze them for an additional hour. Once that was done, I quickly removed the saran wrap and check this out. That, my friends, is getting me excited. If you skip the process of freezing it first, they would completely fall apart on you. Now all there's left to do is add some breading. And that is pretty standard stuff. We got our egg wash, panko breadcrumbs, and flour. We coat them nicely with flour first. Be sure to remove all the excess, dump them into the egg yolk, and finish it off with the panko breadcrumbs. This is a messy job. Make sure you do not get small bowls like me. Get larger ones, it's much easier. But once I was done, this is what they look like. I'm going to be deep frying them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll be using this to lower them down into the oil. This will ensure that they don't break apart on me. Once they're done frying, I'm also going to be cooking them in indirect heat to make sure that the core temperatures heats up. But now I say it is enough talking and it is time to cook some amazing Heaven's Tomahawk. So let's do it. All right, everybody, we have our beautiful creation here. What do you think, Angel?
I'm excited.
Give me 5. This one getting me super pumped, everybody. Last time we did Heaven's Chicken.
Yeah, I can see.
It was chicken and it was amazing. Here we got, I don't even know what I'm going to call this, but
Heaven's Steak.
It looks like a Heaven's Steak
Heaven's
to me.
Beef. Heaven's Steak.
Heaven's Tomahawk, my friend.
Heaven's Tomahawk.
Look at this. I can't wait to try it. There's enough talking. I can't wait to find out. We have another one saved in here, and we have this one. I say we go for this one, yeah?
Let's go.
Okay, let's get a... Oh my God, that smell! Oh my God, it smells like heaven!
I got a little pizza slice right now. You see this?
Oh, nice. Cheers, everybody. Okay, it's beyond heaven, like all the way beyond heaven. Okay, this one deserves some silence and take another bite. That is one of the best thing I've ever eaten in my life.
It's creamy,
super creamy.
You still taste the steak. There's the beef flavor in there.
Not overcooked whatsoever. It's soft
perfect.
And tender. The crust.
I like
flavor of the crust.
I like that you chopped it up into like little fine pieces.
Yeah, of course. I think if we would have just made a whole steak, this experience would have been completely different. The cheese would probably ooze all out. I was afraid that when I put it on the barbecue, it was just gonna completely fall apart, because you want to warm the core. The core is hot and it didn't fall completely apart. You make this for your family. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be not only a showstopper, but they're gonna blow their heads off when they try it. I hope we explained it well, how it actually tastes.
You can taste everything that went in. You can taste the dough.
Yeah.
You can taste the cheese.
Yep.
You can taste the steak. It's awesome.
I urge you to give it a try.
You blew it out of the park this time.
This one might be the best cook of 2019. I think so. Normally you watch me and I never finish it. Angel don't finish. I'm finishing before
Look,
you.
Normally, I'm the one that cleans the plate.
Yeah.
And he leaves a little bit by the end of the video. But this time he beat me.
Plate clean. Enough said. Nothing else to say, yeah?
You gonna lick the plate too?
Maybe.
You gonna...
I think you got the point, everybody. I really hope you give this a try. It is a little bit of work. It's totally worth it. One big piece. Look at that. Me and Angel already ate it twice and still good enough amount that I'll probably finish this between me and you, but we can still share this with the family. I really hope you give it a try. If you do give it a try, make sure you take a picture and Instagram me. I want to see your creation. It is absolutely worth it for a holiday, doing this for the holidays. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. As you can see, I'm going for seconds. You've never seen that on camera. That tells you everything you need to know. Agree?
You a slowpoke. I already went for seconds.
See you on the next one, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.